U.S. men's national team versus Panama is today. Can you watch? Do you pay for cable? If you do, congrats. Are you going to a sports bar and watch? Oh, I don't know. Depends where you live. Do you live in Tennessee? You might have a shot. You live in Arizona? I don't know. We're just waiting for someone to announce, hey, shut the gyms down, shut everything down, and let's lock everything down, and maybe you can feed your family if you're getting paychecks or whatever. I don't know. I'm not liking these shutdowns. I believe in freedom. We know enough about this virus. We know enough. I don't know how I get on that tangent. Oh, I know how, because it's always on our mind. Anyways, the U.S. men's national team is playing Panama today. We're gonna get we're gonna have a segment with Gregg Berhalter on his tactics. This will be the second one we've done. I'm very excited about that. But you can watch for free if you haven't used all your free 30-day trials like I have. The United States men's national team will play its second friendly of the month when the red, white, and blue will face Panama Monday in Austria. The Americans are coming off a scoreless draw against Wales, showing that they don't have any ability to attack. I'm not even reading the article anymore. I'm redoing my room. I'm trying to get a podcast room. This is just, I need my own space. So anyone out there want to give me, rent me a room? I can have a dedicated podcast area for free. Rent for free. That'd be appreciated. No, I need to build my own room. I need my other daughter to please go to college. Get out of here. I need her room. I need a podcast room. I need a place to be. Not in this little box, and I got fake walls up. And anyways, I'm redecorating. That's why it's all green and blah. But anyways, no further ado. Let's bring on our friend Gregg Berhalter in our segment of Gregg Berhalter Tactics.
Tactics with Gregg Berhalter. Well done.
Do you know who my brother is? He's kind of a big deal.
Now we know.
Knowing is half the battle.
Gregg Berhalter. Do you know who Gregg Berhalter's brother is? He is a big deal. He was making a killing. He's the one that got his brother the job. But in all seriousness, the U.S. Soccer had to hire him. They need to hire someone cheap to offset all the legal fees they're dealing with the women's national team, but that's another story. But the main story is Gregg Berhalter and his tactics of got to develop. It's all about coach, coach, coach. He's no different than the ECNL weekend I was just at watching girls play, and very athletic, but the coaches, there's zero development. We develop very few players in ECNL or any of these teams. I mean, there's very few teams are being developed. It depends on the coach. They're hard to find. Is your coach allowing your kid to play? Are we focused on the individual and make sure each individual decision is a good one, or at least they process something so they're at least moving towards the victory of learning? And that's hard to do with this whole thing. You have to win. It's a train wreck from what I saw. It's an absolute train wreck because we need more players developing, because they're not. It's everyone goes forward and they go through people, and it's just whoever's more athletic will win. So how does that prepare the athletic kids we're developing to go on the next level to be able to think? What do you do when a team can actually possess the ball? What do you do when you have to just chase the whole time? We're just not preparing these young women to be able to be successful as the game will change. And the game's going to change, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to change as as more and more countries outside the United States choose to give funding to the females versus the males. There's going to be a big shift, kind of like what we're dealing with now. It's hard to compete at the world stage on the men's side because we are dealing with so many countries that love the game. They're passionate about the game. It's ingrained in them. It's hard to deal with what's going on throughout the world that doesn't really go on in the United States. It actually has segments. When I say, where's the culture of soccer? It exists in the United States. We just don't develop it. In the rest of the world, it exists big time everywhere. So it's easy to put a team together. But Gregg Berhalter and every national team coach we get, the coaches that are being developed right now, it's all about tactics. It's about the coach versus about the player. The coach's job at the U.S. men's national team, his job is just to identify talent. His job is to manage. He's manage talent, bring the talent in. His job's not to teach. He keeps talking about, we only had 2 half days of training and only 1 full day. How am I going to prepare all these new players to play? Every national team is going through that. Every team. It's all about putting a product on the field and staying out of the way. I know you want it to be about you, but it's not. And that's what we don't understand. It's no different in the youth soccer we have. It's about the coach. It's not about the players. It's about the coach. The coach needs to stay out of it. The coaches need to manage the situation. They need to manage talent. They need to give kids hope to figure it out. But this whole style that everyone has about going forward, up, back, and through, serve it over the top, and just bang, run people over, try to bust an ACL or two kind of mentality, is not developing anything. How do you have a team that's not as athletic as another team play the same style of whoever the best athletes are going to win? It makes 0 sense to me. How about, this team is way more athletic than we are. We're going to keep the ball. We're going to move the ball around. We're going to outthink them. We're going to slow the game down. They're used to running like crazy. Slow it down. And no one thinks like that. I do, but there's not enough coaches that do. They're so concerned on super tactics. And I get it. You get excited when you get the super tactics. But let's talk about Joe. All right, so Joe Biden. Which soccer team does Joe Biden support? Coming from gold.com. Let's find out. Here's what you need to know about what team the former vice president follows. The majority of the United States and the rest of the world collectively breathed a sigh of relief when former Vice President Joe Biden won the 2020 presidential election. Fake news. He hasn't won it yet. There is actually a process. It's in December, and then they'll go through the process. Okay, there's still legal battles. So let's just wait. I just wish we just have the truth. We have to hear the truth. Not parts of the truth, not manipulation of truth, but that statement is a lie. Why is that allowed? I believe Joe Biden is going to become our next president. I do see that trend that's going to happen, but he's not yet. The media doesn't tell us who the president is. We don't know yet until it goes to the electoral college. Well, that's not fair. Well, that's what it is. I just want nothing but truth. Can we have that? Biden's presidency will be a positive step forward, shifting away from the dangerous and exclusionary rhetoric that Trump would engage in while in office. So is the Democrat a soccer fan? And if so, what soccer team does Biden support? Let's take a look. I don't know. Let's scroll down. Which soccer team does Joe support? Well, Biden has never pledged his affiliation to any soccer or any club soccer team in the United States and Europe. He is obviously an ardent supporter of the U.S. National teams. He has, however, been photographed in the game between D.C. United and Philadelphia Union in 2010. Biden has been supportive of both the U.S. men's national team and U.S. women's teams, especially voicing his support for the women's team to be granted equal pay. The former vice president, along with his wife, Jill Biden, has been pictured at several soccer games in support of the United States bid host of the 2020 World Cup before it eventually was awarded to Qatar. Biden congratulated U.S. women's national team immediately after the World Cup success in 2019 in France, writing on his Twitter, U.S. women's national team, congratulations on the big win and thank you for the jersey. Your talent, heart, and advocacy for equal pay represents the best of America and serves as an inspiration for all. He has consistently called the U.S. Women's national team to be paid the same as their male counterparts. They are, and even threatened to withdraw funding for the 2026 World Cup as president should the gender pay gap issue not be resolved. He has nothing to do with that. That's a dumb statement. Joe Biden has nothing to do with FIFA. Nothing. I get the U.S. kind of runs the world with, providing everyone with security with our armed forces and stuff. We don't control the World Cup. You're going to pull funding from who? U.S. soccer doesn't do that. The World Cup is the World Cups. The FIFA deals with that. We have nothing to do with it. To the U.S. women's national team, don't give up this fight, he said on Twitter. This is not over yet. Yeah, this wasn't a political statement. Let's see what Joe will do if he becomes president. Will he immediately deal with them? Will Megan Rapinoe be in the Oval Office? Will he get anything done? No, he won't. To U.S. soccer, equal pay now, or else when I'm president, you can go elsewhere for World Cup funding. A dumb statement. He has no idea what he's talking about with the World Cup funding. It's funded by FIFA, idiot. A number of current and former U.S. women's national team athletes have also publicly endorsed Biden for president, with Megan Rapinoe and Alex Morgan all supportive of him. Congratulations, Joe Biden. Rapinoe wrote on Twitter, number 46, and has said the historic day for Kamala Harris and the women for Black women and South Asian women and LFG. Rapinoe has often spoken out against Trump, calling the outrageous president white nationalist and refusing an invitation to the White House should the U.S. women's national team win the World Cup, which led to social media sparring war for Trump. The U.S. men's national team star also joking hinted that Biden should nominate her the first vice president prior to him choosing Kamala Harris in an Instagram live video. I don't want to put you on the spot. I think I could still play soccer and do this, Rapinoe told Biden. Oh, okay. But if you need vice president, I'm just saying I'm available for an interview. We can talk logistics and details. Put us on your list. No pressure. Oh, okay. Stop. Done. Can't do this anymore. Politics suck. And it's gross. And it needs to stop. It has to stop. It can stop. That's all we need to do on that. So the U.S. men's national team is playing today. Best of luck to them. I'll come back with another report and later tonight talk about what I thought, according to Twitter, I guess, because I'm not paying for it. I'm out of money. All right. We'll see you guys later today. Goodbye.